Hello, beautiful colleagues. Yeah, good to see you here. It's been a while. I know I was away for some times, but now I am back and better. Yeah, I do apologize for my sudden disappearance. So in this video, we're going to be discussing on planning regarding the API we started on DVT. Yeah, so this is the P of the API, that is the planning. You can check here for the assessment scenario already posted. So in your exam, you'll be asked to write 2 nursing care plan just to make things easier for you. So I come up with 2 likely care plan for you to write. Without further ado, let's dive deeper into the video. Right, welcome back. So following the assessments we have done, if you watch the video, you will have a clearer knowledge about this particular station. Right, you would have done assessments quite all right. So the following station is your planning, in your exam. So having identified some problem this patient may be having during your assessment, a new set of problem may come up. But then, if it doesn't, you would have identified at least 2, even in the course of your assessment with this patient. So, if you're going to be writing care plan, you can as well write on those identified problem, except stated otherwise. So, if, for instance, pain was identified and in your planning scenario, it says the pain has resolved, it will be a grave offense for you to still go ahead and write on a problem earlier identified but now resolved. So a new set of problem is going to come in your planning scenario. So read your scenario before you start writing your care plan. So I've got 2 solid care plan that is likely to be useful for you in your exam. Let's take a look. So the first nursing problem I identified is Janet is experiencing pain, swelling and discomfort in her left calf with a pain score of 6 out of 10. Simple and straightforward. If you put it this way, if anything related to pain is coming for you as a problem you've identified, and you're good to go. So for this case, pain is likely, right? So my aim of care is Janet will verbalize relief of pain and improve comfort following nursing interventions with a pain score of between 0 to 3 out of 10. That is my own aim of care. It could be beneficial to you. The reevaluation date. Today, that is my exam day in brackets open and close. Every 30 minutes or sooner if the clinical condition changes. All right, so for my nursing interventions now, we've got Immatarid as a guide. You can't go wrong with Immatarid. So you need to study the mnemonics, and it's going to help you a lot while drawing your care plan for your OSCE. So the first one, explain and discuss all aspects of care to Janet and obtain informed consent. The next one, monitor and record Janet's vital observations every 12 hourly and escalate as per News 2 policy. Moving on, assess Janet's pain level using pain assessment tool. The next one, encourage Janet on self-mobilization as advised. Next, elevate the affected leg as advised. So if doctor has not said, you might not need to move the leg unduly. So administer due medications, monitoring effectiveness and side effects after 30 minutes. Okay. The next one, refer Janet to medical team for assessment of her pain, confirmation of the diagnosis and appropriate treatment. Also, physiotherapy to assess her mobility and provide advice on safe mobilization while managing her symptoms. Next, demonstrate and inform Janet on the appropriate use of call bell. Right, and finally on that note, document all care as planned. Remember, if it is not documented in OSCE, it is not done. Okay. So moving on to the second nursing problem I have identified. I would say Janet is at risk of pulmonary embolism due to a suspected deep vein thrombosis in her left leg. Remember, it is not yet established, it's still queried. Yeah, so it's still a suspected case. Yeah, so my aim of care should be to ensure early recognition of complications, support timely diagnosis, and prevent deterioration. That is my own aim of care. Right, re-evaluation date could be today, exam date in brackets open and close, at least every 4 hours or sooner if the clinical condition changes. Okay, it could be sooner, earlier than the stated time if the patient gets worsened. All right, my nursing interventions include explain and discuss all aspects of care to Janet and obtain informed consent. Next, monitor and record Janet vital observations every 12 hourly and escalate as per News 2 policy. Next, assess Janet for sign of pulmonary embolism, which include chest pain, shortness of breath, or reduced oxygen saturation. Next, advise Janet to report any chest pain, shortness of breath, coughing up blood, or feeling faint immediately, as this could be sign of pulmonary embolism. Right. Next, administer due medications, monitoring effectiveness and side effects after 30 minutes. Next, refer Janet to medical team urgently for further investigations and management of the suspected DVT. Right. Next, demonstrate and inform Janet on the use of cowbell. Right. That is that. It could be that simple, isn't it? See how it appears as if it's not a big deal. It's not actually, come to think of it. So you've got two likely care plan. I am not saying it is always it, but then really can you write a care plan on this condition without capturing these two I have just done? So you may need to go through the videos as much as you can, pen down some useful points for yourself and just revise it. Right, colleagues, that will be all on care plan for suspected DVT case. Right, so the next video will be coming up on implementation as well as evaluation for this patient. Stay tuned and do not forget to watch the video on assessment, as it could be of great help to you. Yeah. Should you require one-on-one classes regarding your OSCE preparation, yeah, you can reach out to us on the contact displayed on your screen, and we will be happy to render our help in the way we can. Yeah, till I see you in my subsequent videos, keep practicing OSCE. Bye.